I'm now joined by three artists, Robert Lederman, Elaine Wu, and Tabor Rector. Good evening, folks.
Good evening.
Good evening.
In a minute, we'll hear from Parks Commissioner Henry Stern. What is the bottom line here?
Well, the bottom line, and forgive my voice, I've been demonstrating for 3 days, is that in 1996 we won a federal court case which said artists do not need a license or a permit to sell art on public property. Now the Parks Department is trying to reimpose a permit system on us after we've won the case. It makes no sense, and it's in contempt of federal court.
But now this space by the Metropolitan Museum of Art, it's owned, to my knowledge, by the Parks Department.
It's owned by the people of the city of New York. It's managed on our behalf by the Parks Department.
But technically, it's not public property.
Technically, it is public property.
And that's what your court
That's
case, it sounds like it's going to look like.
Correct. Any person is free to go into the park. They don't need permission because it's public property.
Now, how far are you prepared to go with this?
Well, we will refuse to apply for a license because it's unconstitutional. We are fighting for our principle, for our First Amendment right. This is not about a $25 license. This is not just about congestion. This is about a basic principle for artists and for every American and for every person who ever goes to the museum. We do not have an order problem as they would have suggested. Before this whole permit system is enforced, the artists always set up there peacefully. We conduct ourselves in a very peaceful manner. There always a cop who patrol the police, who patrol the area. His name is Sanchez, and he have always kept it in a strict, orderly fashion. Yeah. We never set up behind the bench or near the curb because that will block congestion. We are very civilized people who want to show our art, display our art. All we want to be is to be respected. We do not want anarchists. We don't believe in causing congestion or causing problems, but we believe we should be respected and the Constitution should be respected for all of us.
The main congestion that's being caused there now is by the army of police that are staking out the area, setting up police barricades in the places where we normally sell our work, parking their police vehicles with the Central Park Conservancy decal on the sidewalk, and arresting us, confiscating our art, dragging us to their cars in handcuffs. That's the only confusion or congestion that's actually happening out there. And that's all coming from Mayor Rudolph Giuliani.
Well, let me just, it's my role to play devil's advocate, as I say from time to time, but what's wrong? The city is saying, what, 24 permits at $25 a piece a month per month?
Monthly, in a lottery. It's not by request. They will do a lottery system. That means somebody will not get it, whoever who's unlucky.
Well, what's wrong with just abiding by the system?
I'll tell you what's wrong with it. First of all, the whole idea of free speech is that the government, in this case the city of New York, doesn't have the right to decide who's going to get to speak and who isn't. Clearly a lottery system is incredibly limited. Only a few people could win a lottery. And the real agenda of the Parks Department for putting in this lottery system is to take away the right to sell there for free now and to make a transition into concessions. If you read what Commissioner Stern has said in all the newspaper articles, he's made it clear that these are extremely valuable spaces. People who sell hot dogs there pay $150,000 a year for the privilege, and they may not like having to set up next to an artist who's there for free. Well, Commissioner Stern should understand that's exactly what freedom of speech is about. It's not a question of selling hot dogs or free speech. One takes clear precedence over the other.
I guess to Tabor, what do you make of the mayor's entire quality of life campaign?
Well, some of the issues that he has put into place seem to have been doing some good, and I really wasn't against Mayor Giuliani before I had, this pushed in my face, before really he intruded on the lifestyle of myself and on, the people that that I work with. And not only is it an intrusion on our lifestyle and our way of life, it's also an intrusion on the ideas set forth in the Constitution. I really, like I said, I was not a fighter about anything before, and this particular case happens to fall on what it is that I do.
Have you received any support from the Metropolitan Museum of Art since this has been going on? Any private support?
Well, the Metropolitan Museum has a rather schizophrenic point of view about this. They issue very carefully worded statements that they support free expression and claim that they somehow have no voice in this issue. In fact, it's the most powerful cultural institution probably in the United States. It's right in front of their building. Certainly, if they don't want to see these artists being arrested on a daily basis, I'm sure they can make a few phone calls and arrange it. The staff of the Metropolitan Museum, many of them are signing our petitions and expressing tremendous solidarity with us in this struggle.
You mentioned the quotes from the Parks Commissioner, and he'll be here to defend himself in a second. But one of those quotes has been attributed to him is that if there's more need of these permits, the city will grant more.
Well, we're not interested in permits. When you have a right to do something for free, why would you sign away your right and then ask somebody permission for it? And if you look at the Parks Department permit application, it clearly says that as soon as you get 2 summonses for any infraction, they take away the permit. Right now, the city could give me 1,000 summonses. They can't take away a permit from me, and my right to free speech continues. They want to put me in a situation where they have the right, through the permit, to deny me my constitutional right to freedom of speech. And myself and the other artists in our group, Artists Response to Illegal State Tactics, will never apply for this permit. We're willing to go to the nth degree to protect not only our rights, but the rights of all Americans to freedom of speech on public property.
Last question, and then we need to move on. And so what does that mean? Translation. Are we going, I understand you've been arrested 3 or 4 times in the last couple of days?
Just this weekend. I've been arrested 25 times in the course of the history of this group.
So are we talking about major civil disobedience? Or what are you prepared to do? What's going to be the outcome if the city does not, I know you're going to court again, but if the city doesn't cede to your demand, what's going to happen?
Well, we're going to be out there every single day. We're going to be, as we did today, we sold our art today with 25 police officers there lined up to prevent us from doing it. With the only civil disobedience that we're doing is to follow the United States Constitution. It's the police department, the mayor, and the parks department that are violating the law, not the street artists.
Any final word?
And I just would like to stress again, art is a very important part of our culture. And the artists who set up in front of the museum are very supportive by all the people who walk by there, people who work in the museum. I mean, there's a worker, employee in the museum came out there and supported us, and many came out in the uniform to sign a petition, a very respectful petition requesting the mayor, the commissioner to respect our right. We are not inciting a riot, nor are we causing any civil disobedience. Like Robert Lederman just said, we are very civilized people. Okay. We are very informed, and that's why I guess they would take that as civil disobedience.
Okay. Well, thank you all.
Thank you.
It's now time for a break. When we return, the city will address these charges. I'll be joined by Parks Commissioner Henry Stern. Later tonight, we'll talk politeness and politics with former Congressman Floyd Flake. Stay with us.